And now the war between Israel and Hamas was just one of the many topics in a brand new CBS News poll. It also covered the impact the economy is having on Americans right now. I caught up with CBS News Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, earlier today to talk about the new numbers that are out. This poll covers a lot of topics, so let's start with the war between Israel and Hamas. How do people feel about President Biden's handling of the war, and how has it changed over time?
Biden's approval for handling that war is negative on net, and it's dropped a little bit since our last poll over a couple of weeks. One of the reasons is that a lot of Americans say that they aren't sure that the administration's handling of the war is bringing it any closer to a peaceful resolutions. Now, the other part of this that I find interesting, Natasha, is that an increasing number of Democrats, although they approve of the president's handling overall, increasing number of Democrats say that they feel like the president is giving too much support to Israel. And that's important because, of course, on foreign policy, as many things, a president wants to have his party more unified behind his approach, Natasha.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very interesting. Also, Anthony, let's talk about the economy as well right now. Americans still say inflation is the top problem, even as the economic measures are showing some improvement. So what did you learn here about what people are seeing and feeling personally?
You're correct that some of those national measures are showing improvement, and yet people say that their incomes are not keeping up with inflation. About 3/4 say so. And then there's this larger sense, people told us, Natasha, about a lost opportunity. You had more Americans say that they feel like they're not doing as well as their parents were doing at their age as compared to being better off. And of course, that speaks to what we traditionally think of as the American dream.
Well, also, finally, Anthony, what are Americans' top priorities for the White House right now, and how are views of the president impacted by this?
Well, his overall approval, while steady, has been very much tied to views on the economy. His handling of inflation in particular remains low, Natasha, and that's also a function, as I said, of people feeling like that's the most important problem. There are others on that important problems list. Gun violence is one of them. The state of democracy is another. Those are topics, I think, as we head into 2024 are going to be front and center of the campaigns, Natasha, and that gives us a little bit of a preview of what's upcoming in the year ahead.
And of course, stay with CBS News Philadelphia for continuing coverage of those campaigns throughout the entire 2024 presidential election season. It's coming up quickly. The Iowa caucuses are just a month away.